The village of Tanyong lies in the curve of the Malabon-Navotas River. On a total land area of 5 hectares lives a population of 12,400 individuals, or 1,850 families. To reach the riverside houses of Tanyong, one has to cross unsteady makeshift wooden bridges. It is not uncommon to hear of children falling into the murky black waters of the river. A survey revealed that only 10% of the households have toilets. The remaining 90% use the river to dispose of human wastes. Only 10% avail of water piped into their houses. 90% buy water from entrepreneurs who fetch water from only 2 deep wells in the village. 5 gallons of water cost between 15 and 30 pesos, depending on the distance of the consumer's dwelling from either well. No one living in Tanyong owns their home or the land they live on. Rent is 500 to 1,000 pesos a month for a small room, and the bigger room costs up to 1,500 to 2,000 pesos per month. Jaime and his family live in the village of Tanyong. He was among the 70% of the population who migrated to Metro Manila from the provinces looking for a better life. A former peasant farmer, he now earns 165 pesos a day working hard labor at a construction site in Quezon City. Jaime and his wife Lucy can afford only 50 pesos a day to feed themselves and their 4 children. Jocelyn, 5 years old. Marites, 4 years old. Antonio, 2.5 years old. And Rosario, a year and 4 months old. Lucy tries her best to provide 3 meals a day, often skipping meals herself to feed her children. Instead of a good life, Jaime and Lucy found themselves chronically in debt. Lucy graduated from high school, unlike Jaime, who completed only 3 years of elementary education. Neither of them learned the proper ways of caring for children. When the eldest child was still a baby, Lucy was told by a physician not to breastfeed her child. She was told to buy an infant formula instead. All the children were raised on condensed milk because this was cheaper than formula milk. Lucy had no idea of proper nutrition for her children. As a result, all the children were malnourished. They were sickly, prone to respiratory tract infections, and frequently had fever and diarrhea. They frequently passed worms with their feces. Lucy thought this was a good sign. She believed that worms aided in the digestion of food. The 2 youngest children, Antonio and Rosario, did not receive vaccinations. The barangay health center no longer had free vaccines for all the children in the village. Rosario, the youngest, was the sickliest among their children. She was very thin, pale, and invariably suffered from diarrhea. One day, Rosario contracted measles. Lucy brought Rosario to the nearest public health center where consultation was free. The nurse in the center, however, told Lucy that the center had finished the year's budget allotment for free medicines. The barangay health center's request for a larger budget for more medicines had been turned down by the city council. This was because the council suspected misuse of funds by the municipal health officer and by the mayor. Lucy decided to buy a bottle each of the medicines prescribed for Rosario. Carbocystine for the cough at 109 pesos a bottle, a diarrhea medicine at 243 pesos a bottle, and an antibiotic at 150 pesos a bottle. After she finished the medicine, Rosario was still very ill. But the couple could no longer afford to buy more medicines for their child. Rosario's condition grew worse. Jaime and Lucy brought Rosario back to the health center, but were advised to bring her to a private hospital. After only one night, their bills piled up to 4,125 pesos. The couple decided to take Rosario home against the doctor's advice. Jaime and Lucy were told to bring Rosario back to the hospital once they had enough money to pay for services. After 1 week of continuous fever and diarrhea, Rosario continued to suffer dehydration. She became severely weakened and eventually died. Why did Rosario die?